To me, the zero waste lifestyle is not about complicating your life, it's about simplifying it. I think people have a tendency to picture me as a stay-at-home mom that spends her day doing zero waste. It's not true at all. I mean, I have a full-time job, and if it wasn't for zero waste, I probably, would have a super hectic schedule. But zero waste has simplified my life to really make what matters most a focus in our lives. My husband quit his job to start a sustainability consulting company, and I tackled the home. I started bringing grocery totes to the store instead of using the plastic bags. Then I started bringing my own cloth bags, which I made from old sheets, to buy in bulk. Thank you.
How much would you like it?
If you could fill it, that'd be great. And then I thought, well, I can probably push it further and bring jars to the counters to eliminate the cheese, meat, fish wrappers. Yeah. Thank you so much. When I first decided to bring a glass jar to the counter, they looked at me and they said, why are you doing this? Or why do you want to put it in here? And I said, I don't have a trash can. They're like, oh, okay. Then they put it in. I found that it was the easiest way, instead of going into long speech about what I do and why I do it.
Wow, that sounds great, actually.
I found also that this way of shopping is a more human way of shopping, because it forces you in a way to have a contact with the person behind the counter.
You have a nice weekend?
Yeah, not too bad. How about you?
I have to speak to the person behind the counter. It's we know each other, we have a conversation.
We rode our bikes from San Francisco to LA.
It gives a better sense of community, because you care more about them and they care more about you.
You enjoy your time. Okay?
Thank you. And instead of going in the middle aisles, I only do the perimeter of the store. And the perimeter of the store is also what's healthier for you.
I'm actually looking for the fruit without the stickers, but it's really hard to find.
That's where you're going to have the unprocessed foods that don't have packaging. I used to buy lots of different products because I was listening to marketers that told me that for each application we need a different product. To clean the floor we need a product, to clean the mirrors we need a different product, to clean the bathrooms a different product, the kitchen a different product. And in the end I had, a cupboard full of cleaning products which actually were even toxic for me. Once I started this lifestyle, I really questioned my need for all these products, and eventually I found that I didn't need any of them. So to achieve zero waste at home, we simply follow 5 rules in order. So 1, we refuse what we do not need. 2, we reduce what we do need. 3, we reuse by swapping anything that's disposable for a reusable alternative and buying secondhand. 4, we recycle only what we cannot refuse, reduce, or reuse. And 4th, we rot, that is compost the rest. So these are all the things we need as far as hygiene and cosmetics. On the cheeks, I use cocoa powder straight from the bulk bin. And to fill this jar, it cost me 72 cents, and it's organic powder. And then I make my own mascara with just 4 ingredients. I think it was back in 2010 that I watched my husband take the trash can down to the curb with almost nothing in it. And then I told him, well, how about we keep our waste, so then we'll see how much waste we generate in a year. So we started throwing it in a glass jar, and so today we found that we only generate a quart size of waste per year. So this is the waste that my family of 4 collected in 2014. There's a passport cover also in there. fruit stickers, old caulking that we had to remove from behind the sink. My husband was actually not truly on board at first because he said, you know, we're just one little household. If we do zero waste at home, it's not going to change anything. I think I've been able to prove him wrong. Thanks to the book and the blog, I've inspired thousands of people to adopt the zero waste lifestyle throughout the world. But also my husband was not really convinced at first because he was afraid that this lifestyle was costing us too much. So I urged him to compare our bank statements between our pre-zero waste lifestyle with the zero waste lifestyle, and that's where he found that we were saving 40% on our overall spending. This is due to the fact that we consume way less than we did before. My kids consider that zero waste is my job, and in a way they're right, because I am the consumer for the household. I'm the one that makes those decisions. I'm the one that buys for the household. And zero waste is actually more what we do outside the home than what we do inside our home. A lot of people have a tendency to think, oh, it sounds complicated. It is at first, because you have to figure out a system that works for you. You have to figure out where the bulk locations are. And it takes time also to declutter your life and adopt, voluntary simplicity. You have to go through every drawer, everything you have. This is my husband's column in the top, and this is mine right there. It's important to say that when you have things that you don't need, you're hoarding them from other people. You're keeping them from being useful to other people. When I started my blog, I would have never, in a million years, could have imagined launching a movement that would be adopted throughout the world. Today, the book and the blog have inspired thousands of people, thousands of families throughout the world to adopt this lifestyle. Some entrepreneurs have taken it further through their jobs. They've opened zero waste stores. Every day, it seems like I get an email from some entrepreneur somewhere in the world telling me that they've been inspired to open a zero waste store, and I think it's just amazing and it's fantastic.